So I was promised payments after, but up front I was promised 5K.
Okay.
They told me it was for a big artist. Promised 5K up front.
Okay.
They sent me 2.5K, and then
Bro, though academics may know him in real life, bruh, let that man fight his own battles, you weirdo. He a grown man with kids. Do you got kids? Act professional meat rider. He can fight his own battles. He a grown man. He keep them goons around him, right? He can fight his own battles. You ain't gotta fight his battles. What's wrong with you? You acting like you like riding that. So the Shadow Kage in Village. And I'm back with more reactions and more. You know what that means. I'm gonna do a couple of reactions to some videos I got on my watch later. And then I'm gonna hop onto some gaming, and today's game is gonna be Sims 4. You know, I started my new life there. So yeah, we about to lock in. But first off, let's watch this video that I seen by Jamari. Shouts out Jamari. Subscribe to him like I did. You know, for all your hot topics and dope what's going on in the world. Because I'm very out of touch. So he keeps me updated with everything. But less of that, more of this. Let's see what he's talking about with his newest video, why Drake is flopping.
So at this point, it's been over 3 months since the climax of the Drake and Kendrick Lamar beef. And
it was
since
crazy.
I last spoke about it on my channel, a lot has happened. On Kendrick's side, he's really only done 2 things. But if this was a boxing match, it would be like him landing 2 massive right hooks after he noticed Drake's legs started to wobble. Obviously, the first thing he did was host the pop-out concert back.
You know what? It's a little, like, people try to downplay what really just happened. Like, let me give you an example. Kendrick Lamar made it so that for the first time ever since he started, all eyes are on Drake in a negative way. Like, everybody's like in an uproar because XXXTentacion tried to do it. And everybody was like, oh, you're just a SoundCloud guy, blah, 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 blah. Only his true fans was like, yeah, you right. Drake is a biter. But now it's to that point where everybody's questioning, like, Drake, how you staying relevant this long besides biting styles? Because you can't truly stay who you are, who is the singing Drake. You can't stay the singing Drake and stay as dominant as you are now. So, you know, and they're questioning his character, him being a father. So, that on top of that.
Here we saw Kendrick perform for over an hour and a half, and this was the first time we would see him since he released the hit record Not Like Us. Obviously, the crowd was sold out. It felt like a very big moment. Dr. Dre introduces him and he comes out.
It was a street reunion.
Euphoria. Kendrick would then go on to perform some of his biggest hits from Humble to DNA, Money Trees, and All Right to name a few. He would also play 616 in LA and even bring Dr. Dre back out to perform Still Dre and California Love. Now obviously the highlight of this concert and the moment that everyone was kind of waiting for was when Kendrick would perform Not Like Us, spinning the #1 record in the world 6 times as the crowd sang every.
You know what's crazy? People like tired of that record, bro. When like certain other records that's been released in like 08, 2007 would play constantly and nobody would say nothing. It's just being a sore loser. When you're a sore loser, you're gonna be, oh, I'm tired of hearing it, bro. It ain't really been out that long. Relax, bro. Like, let the song breathe. Let the song get its legs. It's going crazy right now. So, chill. It's a good track. If it was the other way around, I bet you'd be like they were doing with Back to Back with Meek Mill. Everybody wanted to play it constantly. Play it over and over. Oh, it's fun. But now, since the shoe's on the other foot, you don't want to hear it. That's crazy.
Back to him every single time.
That's crazy.
Now with every playing of this record, Kendrick would bring a bigger and bigger crowd out on stage, with people both famous and culturally affiliated up there to dance on Drake's grave. And during this concert, Drake fans everywhere were scrambling, very upset that an arena full of people, including LeBron James, were rapping along to their GOAT being called a PDF file.
That's tough.
Am I letting you down?
Yeah, what'd I tell you?
What did you say to him?
I can never let you down.
Drake fans.
That's tough, bro. But it was a bop. Now, hey, though it may or may not be true, It was a
in
bop.
general have been unwell since the destruction of Drake began. Like, it's been almost 4 months since the inception of the direct beef, and many of his bot fan pages have been crying ever since, with some of them becoming so delusional that they actually think Drake won. Amongst the Drake
Facts.
dick riders,
Oh, I like them
academics
glasses. Jesus Christ. He got the expensive version of what I got. Hey, if I ever become rich off this contest stuff, man, I'm gonna give me some of them. You hear what I'm saying? Them things are crispy. These are just for computer, blue light. These ain't real glasses. Not prescription. I can see perfectly fine.
The Drake dick riders, Academics is obviously the most famous.
Academics love him.
Creating a separate Twitter page for the sole purpose of creating positive Drake propaganda and a ton of Kendrick slander. Several times having to delete tweets in a very embarrassing fashion because they were straight up lies trying to make Kendrick's relationship look like it's falling apart. And we will get back to that, as well as the other allegation that Kendrick's best friend Dave Free is the father of his kid here in a second. But for now, let's talk about what Drake has been up to, because the guy's been a mess. At first, he kept going out of his way to try and push this narrative that Kendrick's
glasses are nice.
#1.
He wears some good glasses, some dope glasses.
Spotify because of bots that he paid for.
Yeah,
He did
okay.
this via a Kickstream chat room where he wrote in, "Hey Pragmatic, can we take it back to 2022? Can you backdoor Eddie like Spotify backdoored the streams for that one song from that one guy?" And of course, Academics would run with this narrative for weeks, trying to.
That's a lie. Come on now.
Like, he even went as far as to interview a 16-year-old kid who claimed he was the one who got these alleged botted streams for Kendrick.
So somebody reaches out to you for 30 million streams. What'd you tell them? How much money?
So I was promised payments after, but up front I was promised 5K.
Okay.
They told me it was for a big artist. Promised 5K up front.
Okay.
They sent me 2.5K. And then
Bro, though Academics may know him in real life, bruh, let that man fight his own battles, you weirdo. He a grown man with kids. Do you got kids? Professional meat rider? He can fight his own battles. He a grown man. He keep them goons around him, right? He can fight his own battles. You ain't gotta fight his battles. What's wrong with you? You acting like you like riding if you know what I'm talking about.
And I was also promised after the song.
Admit that he talked to someone with some background information over at Spotify who claims all the Kendrick streams were legit.
Now, I'll be honest with you. I talked to my man from Spotify.
Goofball.
Right now, but legit Spotify nigga. He said, "Hey, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know what that person on your stream was talking about. Them Kendrick streams is real."
And to me, not only did this theory seem pretty far-fetched from the start, but let's also not forget how the streaming services have favored Drake in insane ways.
Facts.
Now, ever since the public perception was
Bro,
that Drake lost, he has done everything in.
We've seen thousands upon thousands of people peak and then go down. Peak and then go down. To have the ideology that you'll never fall off is insane. Everybody gonna fall off eventually, period. That's how life is, just like everybody's gonna die. That's the way life is. You're not gonna live forever. He's not gonna be the hottest rapper forever. And one day, maybe when I'm dead and gone, people not even gonna remember Drake. I'm saying it how it is. The truth. I remember when Wayne was at the top of the game. I remember when 50 Cent was at the top of the game. I remember back when Eminem was at the top of the game. You know what I'm saying? So just keep that in mind.
In his power to try and show how unbothered he is. Really average songs. Like, I'm talking about the Drake stimulus package potentially no longer existing. None of these mini songs he's released even came close to sniffing the #1 spot, and most of them fell off the charts just as fast as they went on.
That's crazy.
This to the past, when Drake would give an artist a feature, it was almost a guaranteed smash hit. Like,
yep,
even a
top
Young
5
Thug
easy.
and 21 Savage feature couldn't help him get there, as their song would peak at 28. He would even deploy Lil Yachty to help him push this unbothered narrative.
He didn't give a.
Really?
No, he was genuinely unfazed. I respected it a lot, and I talked to him. He
think he Michael Jackson with his one glove. You not no Michael. Cut it out.
Stop Drake fans from coping with this loss in the saddest ways possible.
I think that people had a weird moment. People were supporting a weird record, I've said this from day one. I'm like, yo, bro, I just don't, that message, I cannot dance and groove to that message of that record.
You a cornball. You don't look like you can sing or dance any damn thing. So what are you talking about? That record was a bop, bro. Let's be real. Drake dropped some bops too. Don't get it twisted. But that, not like us. That song different from Just A Beef, though. You get what I'm saying? That's different from Just A Beef. There's a lot of suburban kids that listen to hip hop and swear they in the streets. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense to you. Like, that's just drawing a line in the middle of hip hop. Not everybody that listens to hip hop is like that or about that or come from that. So it's a statement. It's not just against Drake. It's just a statement about everything. That's how it goes. Let me give you a second. Give me 1 second. Up to where my chat pops up on my stream. My bad, G. Let me get back to it though. That was a hit, bro.
And seeming like he lost and he wasn't a part of the all of that was
who is
bullshit.
This dude?
It was just some shit that people made up, tried to make a real thing.
No, it's not.
Tried to throw into the game.
It's not something they made up because people were saying that when Drake first came in the game. It's just people, oh, he's got so many hits and he got so much money that makes him a better man just because he got money and hits. No, people were saying he wasn't part of the culture when he first came in the game. Be for real, bro. You acting like a straight up meat rider, dog. Get that meat out your mouth, homie. You must want some love from him or something. You must want him to promote something that you got going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, why you want that man meat like that? I remember when people was like, nah, I don't listen to Drake. Drake? Like, literally saying, I'm not going to listen to no Drake unless no girl in the call me. I remember them times. Maybe you don't remember because you're 14 or something, but Drake ain't been around forever, dog. I remember when people like real hardcore music, Gucci Mane, Boosie, like, Drake was nobody at that point. Like, why you acting like Drake is the god of hip hop?
It worked.
It did not work.
Why did Drake, who has dominated the last 15 years of my life, have to remind us? Because that record worked.
No, I'm telling you, it's because people were caught up in a moment. They were caught in a moment.
Kendrick smoked it.
Yes, but when you say he lost, what did he lose? He didn't lose anything. Music-wise, what did he lose? Music-wise, what did he lose?
The battle.
The battle.
Yeah, he did lose the battle.
Claiming I am mentally ill for my interest and ability to cash in on one of the biggest moments in hip-hop history. Like the sheer irony of someone who has an entire page dedicated to dick riding Drake, calling me out for actually making money on my personal opinion on this situation is hilarious. Like this,
yeah, he just covers the media, dummy.
Killing Drake's nuts and defending him for hours, but I'm the one with the issue, not DJ Academics, not all these other Drake meat riders who have not shut the fuck up.
What I just say?
I mean, they even tried to make
Drake meat out your mouth, cuz he's not the greatest person ever. He's not the greatest rapper ever. He's not the greatest singer ever. He's not the greatest songwriter ever. He's just really good at what he do.
Titans from my generation finally go head to head.
Listen, Drake is an amazing artist. Probably one of the best artists to ever touch the earth. Top 5 easily. But he ain't number 1. It's something for debate. Anytime you say who the best artist of all time, somebody gonna say, oh, Drake. Oh, no, somebody gonna say, oh, Tupac. Somebody gonna say, oh, Jimi Hendrix. Somebody gonna say Elvis. It's up for debate. And hip-hop is still up for debate, just in hip-hop. Because he has ghostwriters. So, relax. Take it easy. Everybody, it's opinion-based.
After obviously sneak dissing each other for like the last decade, Drake would do is create this alt Instagram page, while also releasing some behind the scenes footage and a ton of unheard songs and demos. And to be honest, this 100GB drive that he continues to update has not really had the online impact that I felt he thought it would. I mean, don't get me wrong, as a big fan
I ain't even heard of it till now.
As a fan of Drake, it is cool to see some
but look,
behind.
Thing is, I'm not in the mix with hip hop like that anymore. You know what I'm saying? I've kind of like stepped away from hip hop a little bit as I've gotten older. The new music doesn't attract me at all. At least Drake still catches my ear. You feel me? So With all that being said,
the scenes looks, but I feel like I haven't really seen anybody talking about it or it generating any sort of excitement. At least not what you would expect from a massive drop like that from Drake.
One thing I'll say about all of these Drake drops is it's feeling very, very, very uneventful. Like Drake's music, it really marks a time. You know what I mean? It marks a time. It marks a moment.
Yeah.
It's special. You feel me? And
like God, God's plan.
They're doing them. It's just
Hala bling.
I will say it's beyond
best I ever
at
had.
this point that there were many people in all sorts of industries who really felt like Drake has disrespectfully overstayed his welcome in the game. Like, if one conspiracy is true in all of this, I think it's definitely that. Whether you're talking about the dude who used to own Twitter or Serena Williams' husband.
You know, everybody is very, very excited about the elimination of Drake.
Now, something else that is
the elimination
Drake is more controversy, as What's the Dirt pretty much pulled his
diamonds too.
Some very
That's fire.
interesting stuff regarding more questionable activity with at the time minors, including Bella Hadid and Madison Breer.
Who are they? TikTok girls?
He has a bathtub that is literally the size of this room, and it's gigantic and so dope. I was like sitting in it. I was like, can I just lay here and like chill?
I even found some footage of this exact Drake Memorial Day party, where you can tell that the women in attendance, to me, don't really look like grown women. I mean, come on, guys. Like, I'm a fair man, but, like, I'm not even assuming here. Like, these are clearly teenagers, right? Here he is in St. Bart's at a New Year's Eve yacht party, and what we can easily conclude...
They do look like teenagers. And it is legal. 18, 19. Those are legal. But they're weird. Like, what are you trying to get at? Like, what do you? Is it a power thing? Like, do you like really young women? Because I guess it's their thought, their insight of life. Like, younger women are very like oblivious to the hardships of life as an adult. Like, because they just started being an adult. So I guess maybe that's what he likes, but at the end of the day, it's like, bro, like you're like in your 30s, mid-30s. It's time to grow up because it's time to start dating 25 up. You feel me? At least 25 up. That's still a big gap for you. But I mean, hey, whatever floats your boat, champ. That's kind of why you're in this situation you're in.
About this party is clear evidence of this happening.
I got back from St. Bart's on Monday. Basically, it was an after party that we got invited to. It was on the Vava. So many cool people there. We talked with Drake for a little bit.
This girl was born on February 5th, 2004, which would mean she was only 17 years old during this yacht party.
What? Drake and that 150 supermodels, in it.
And I think that Kendrick knows something about these parties.
And y'all should definitely go check his full
minimum age 15? Did y'all peep that? Oh, he's a demon. He's a demon. Hey, he's a demon.
About these parties.
And y'all should definitely go check his full video out because there's a whole lot of Easter eggs in there.
Hey. Gotcha, bitch. Hey. It's looking really spooky.
The peculiar things that Drake has done over
it's looking really spooky for you, Drake.
Wove them into these diss records. I did also want to note here that Drake has been linked to this creepy streamer.
This is my
I saw this
right here. Rate her stream right. This is my homegirl.
She weird,
and she's very crazy.
She be flashing her boobs to other underage streamers
on stream
on Omegle or whatever.
Video chat websites that connects you to a random person, while also not divulging that she is streaming to thousands of people and obviously not verifying ages.
Hey girl, you are so pretty. How old are you?
Thank you. I'm 18.
Oh, you're so pretty. Do you want to flash each other our boobs?
Hey girl, you are so pretty.
I feel like you and I can solidify this friendship and flash each other. What do you think?
He's streaming.
No, I wouldn't get you to flash. That's rude.
Why do you get so freaky on here, Snow? Like, what? Why is that? Like, why do you?
I literally tell people I'm a guy. It's just funny trying to get people to get freaky, and then you tell them you're a guy, and they still don't feel away. They still want to do crazy shit.
Now, Kendrick's other major hook
that makes sense, but okay.
With the Not Like Us video, which has amassed over 111 million views as I write this. The video itself is riddled with slick imagery and allusions to various Drake allegations, and of course some not so subtle jabs thrown in there. In this video, Kendrick once again brings out quite a few people from Compton to dance on Drake's grave. You got Kendrick even trolling the imagery from the Family Matters video in this scene. You got him doing these push-ups in what looks to be some sort of isolated set. You also have him whooping the Al Pinata's ass with the disclaimer that no OV hoes were harmed during the making of this video. Which I don't know if that's necessarily true.
That's crazy.
So many of Drake's fans were still crying like a redheaded stepchild. People were speculating that these storage containers were an allusion to Drake's potential involvement with human trafficking. And you also get a DeMar DeRozan appearance here. Obviously, with him being mentioned in the song, this was not surprising. But it should be noted that he used to apparently have a pretty good relationship with Drake back when he played for the Raptors.
You went to Drake after you were traded. What
DeMar DeRozan is underrated. Great mid-range shooter. Back to the video.
What did you guys talk about?
But besides basketball, everything, just the reassurance of like, you know, that was my partner. That was a friend. That was a friend of mine. No matter what, you know, when it come to him, he'll forever have a friend in me and loyalty out of me.
Then we get Kendrick responding to the family drama allegations with his wife and children, and it's quite obvious that these are both biological kids.
That right there a little bit too out of line. You feel me? Like, talking about somebody, a woman, bro. Like, I know Biggie and Tupac did it, but once you do that, it's like, bro, there's not no friendly fade no more. Like, we don't talk about family like that. Like, not like that. You know, talking about your wife cheating, that's crazy. Like, or that your son's not yours, it's crazy. Kendrick was just saying you hid your son. He didn't say it wasn't yours. He didn't say nothing about, you know what I'm saying? But whatever.
Kids, like you cannot fake those years. That is genetics. He has his wife dancing on Drake's grave over the line about it being God's plan to show them the liar. Like, this is all he had to say about a pretty unfounded rumor regarding their relationship. It's not really like Drake, where you have several young girls talking about their personal connections with him. Not to mention that this music video is directed by the person Drake claims to be the father of Kendrick's baby, his best friend Dave Free. People were also clowning Drake when this music video came out, saying that he could never do this with his family, because not only was his hand forced when he revealed to his son due to Pusha T beef, but we also know that the woman he got pregnant was a corn star whose image he was trying to clean up. People were also noting how Drake...
Don't save her. They don't want to be saved. Don't save them. They don't want to be saved. Don't save them. They don't want to be saved. He tried to clean her up, but she a corn star.
Was trying to break up...
Can't save that, champ. But you know what? Let me say this. She's a corn star, but that's like 90% of females nowadays under the age of 25 do OF. So, what's the difference? What's the difference? Besides the fact that you willingly pick those people, it's still the same act. You know what I'm saying? You're selling yourself naked. So, you know.
Beef. And bringing up this clip where Pusha talked about how Drake looks at family relationships in general.
What is the real issue with you in marriage? So then now I gotta dig deeper into who the person is. Now I gotta dig in and see, what are y'all like? What's your family like? Oh, your dad left you at 5. Oh, I get that. He never walked you to the bus stop. You're mad about this. You know, your mom, she never remarried. Oh,
that's
you
tough.
don't even know what like family is. So of course you don't dig
facts. Look, facts. That's so true, bro. Like, it's hard to build a family when you don't know what family is. Not saying it's impossible, because both of my parents didn't have all their family. Whether it be they walked away, whether they chose not to be, or whether they died or passed away. You know, but we got a very well established family and bond with each other. But for most, like 95% of people that come from fractured homes, you're not gonna be able to make a home. You're not gonna be able to build a home. You don't even know what it's like. You don't know what you're building. That's like building something without a blueprint. You're just putting stuff together. So you gotta have an idea first to even know what it is like that you're trying to get to. So that's just my opinion about it. He's never had a family, and it's gonna be really hard unless he tries really, really, really hard to build a family with somebody. And somebody's gotta have that same goal too. So, you know.
Lastly, we got the symbolism with the light-skinned owl in the cage, which I think is Kendrick's way of saying that he has the control now, and that he essentially has Drake trapped in the corner. Now, while this white party for the elite was also going on, and of course Drake and many other celebrities were in attendance, Apparently Drake was nervous about this and he pulled up with a massive entourage.
In reality, I heard that Drake showed up there, all that bullshit about niggas got limited amount of tickets. I heard they gave Drake about 20 tickets. He showed up with all his goons, and he was in there looking to see what's popping with anybody who had static. You might have to do a pop out with 20 niggas. Like, yo, what's popping? What's going on here?
You know what's crazy though? That's some coward shit, bro. Why you gotta pop out with 20? Why you can't pop out with 3? You know what I'm saying? Get your own hands dirty. Oh, like May say, hey, we don't send cats to do stuff for us. We get on our own. We put on our own work, baby boy. Like, you gotta put your own work in, cuz you can't pay somebody and have your homies do everything. Get in there and do your own dirt. Oh, you can't. Oh, meow. Say it louder for the ones in the back. That's what you are. You just got money. Having money don't change who you truly are. Just amplifies it.
What's going on here? What y'all doing? Certified.
That's not
worker?
gangster.
Around a decade older
That's
than
pussy.
usual in these photos. Like, this man is pushing 40 years old. I think it's time for him to stop calling himself the boy. Also, to me, this party's just always screamed weird Illuminati shit going on. Y'all know P. Diddy used to host these things, so enough said there.
Yeah, exactly.
Beef, and even in the aftermath, my main takeaway was actually how stark the contrast is between these two superstar rappers. You have one dude addicted to fame, power, and all that it entails,
Yep.
and the other seeming to try and live as normal of a life as he can. And at the end of the day, Drake ended up with a seriously damaged ego, in my opinion, and the way he has decided to move since his loss has been desperate. From leaking his own songs to test the waters of public opinion, to using DJ Academics and other streamers as his mouthpiece,
Cornball.
it really all tells me that he doesn't know what to do at this point. Like back when he went to war with Pusha T and clearly lost, it was like, okay, I'm gonna use LeBron's podcast to try and clean up this kid situation, then I'm gonna go ahead and drop a couple of hits, and it was really all good. Most casual fans could care less.
Yeah, exactly. Casual fans.
Interest to go away for a little bit, make the people miss him again, and then he's gotta come back dropping absolute hits. Because the songs he's put out lately and been featured on have had almost no momentum outside of his fans. I mean, don't get me wrong, overall he will be fine and he will continue to be...
Yeah, he's generationally wealthy. He's gonna be rich forever.
This is where we might start to see the downward momentum of Drake's career really begin. And realistically, that probably would have been the case either way, as the dude has been on top since I was entering high school. But I do think this beef really sped up that process and exposed some of the biggest kinks in Drake's armor that seemed bulletproof for such a long time. Now, unless something absolutely crazy happens, this will probably be my last Drake video for quite a long time.
Yep.
But I did kind of want to wrap a bow on this entire thing.
It's the downward spiral, buddy.
He has claimed on his fake Instagram that apparently Game 2 is coming and he's gonna win.
I'll put it in the front page, back page, middle of the page, wherever. Headliners, column 1 or 2, we will win Game 2. Backing off. We will win Game 2.
So this might not be the last we see of this beef. And overall, I don't want to see Drake crumble. I do hope that he goes on to make some good music for his fans. Obviously, I do have some questions about some of his...
About the kids. It's about the kids. Trick love the kids.
Those are questions we likely will not get answers to for a very long time. I do feel like Kendrick has a crazy, more commercial, damn type of album on the way. So I'm excited for that as well. And overall, the most pathetic thing about this whole situation to me hasn't actually been Drake, but his delusional fans.
Facts.
Like, this shit ended
You're weird. You like Academics' brother, bruh.
And day out,
Cornball.
scrambling on Twitter trying to defend their GOAT. And I just find it hilarious. It's actually the main reason I'm dropping this video right here. But either way, I do want to thank you guys for subscribing and dropping a like on today's video. But as you guys know, it's been your boy, the Tan Superman, and some other rap beef out here needs to be covered. So I'm out.
Ooh, they gonna have that question on him forever.
So with this,
you know what I'm saying? They're gonna have that question on him forever. That Predator, that you know, the PDF. That's the right way to say it on YouTube. The PDF and the opportunist. They're gonna have that on him forever, dog. Straight up. But hopefully he pulls out. You know what I'm saying? Pause. Hopefully he pulls out of this perfectly fine. Drop some more hits. But I think his time at the top has come to an end. But that's just your boy right up saying it. Who am I? Who am I to these titans of the game? I'm just a little struggling YouTuber, you feel me? But Hopefully y'all enjoyed that. Make sure you subscribe, hit that thumbs up bell if you like this kind of content. And until next time, I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Peace.